That was a very intense game. I have won pretty smoothly, it seemed like, but it turns out I blundered in the very beginning, and it was a very big blunder actually. He could have just won the game on the spot, but he didn't use his chance, and well, I'm pretty sure the game is gonna be interactive for you, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's start. Hi guys, it's International Master Game Detective, and we are playing here some rapid games, 10 minutes, and the point is to show you my whole decision making process throughout the game. Hopefully it's gonna be instructive for you as well as entertaining, and let's see. So we are playing against Colonel Cornelius. His rating is 2046. He started the game with d4, played d5, and he played knight c3, which is, yeah, quite popular nowadays, and it's a little bit not according to the normal development, which is play c4 first and then knight c3, but it's also playable. Let's see, let's play knight f6. And well, what I'm trying to do with this series of videos, I'm trying to achieve 2500 rating on lead chess and the rapid games, showing you what types of challenges you could face on different levels. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Bishop g5. I guess normally they play bishop f4, trying to attack the c7 pawn and create some difficulties for black. Bishop g5 shouldn't be a big problem. Maybe he wants to play e4, trying to use a pin here after the move. e6, but I want to develop my bishop first if I have a chance. Because pawn is not on c4, the queen can go to b3. And also I'm not allowing the move e4 here. Here I can just play e6 after h4. h4 is also a little bit weird, because h5 doesn't give anything. I can play h6, otherwise why would you play h4? Yeah, just continues the development normally. And let's see what is the point. I don't really get this idea. So in the opening, normally you try to develop your pieces as fast as possible, so make just one move with one piece, and don't waste your time on some unnecessary pawn moves, especially on the sides. Like in the center, it's useful to fight for the center. The center is very important, but on the side, unless you're really creating some threats for your opponent, I mean, if he would have been able to get h6 with his pawn, okay, that would create some difficulties for him. But here, doesn't help, because after h5 I can always play h6. The h5 pawn would be just a weakness in the long run, so yeah, I don't get the point. Anyway, my work is to develop my pieces, make the castles, I guess. Now I can play h6, I see nothing wrong with that. Okay. Maybe it's even good that I do it before making the castles, because it's very typical idea to sacrifice this piece here. Once the king is castled, they just leave it on d5, and once I take it, they take it back, and then, yeah, this rook is really dangerous along the files, and they change those bishops, and well, that might be dangerous. But if you do it before the castles, then we are really threatening to take it. No problem for the king. Here, his bishop is in the right position to attack this. e7 pawn. On the d5 is kind of an issue. Okay. So, goes to d5, I have knight a6. Deal. If not, I guess I'm ready to play c5. Alternatively, I could have just played a6, just to make sure that this knight is not going anywhere, but I thought it's not worth wasting a tempo. Okay, bishop d3. I think just ignore it, actually. because if he takes, well, the big deal. Also can play knight e4. Actually, I like knight e4. Go for it. Because I have enough defenders, he can't take with a knight. He takes with a bishop. Yeah, I might take with a bishop, and then my pawn will be quite vulnerable. So I take back with a pawn. He plays 92, and I can't really defend it properly. I can play c5, but no, I don't like it. Take with a bishop. Probably should take with a bishop, because then I will have an opportunity to play f5. Still, yeah, shouldn't have played knight e4 if necessary. Okay. Continue. The good thing is, you see that the fact that this... Okay, I guess he was anticipating taking with the pawn, and then 92 was his idea, but if I take with the bishop, it's not that great to play 92, because... Well, maybe this pawn is not a problem. If I take it, he plays rook g1, and he has a wonderful file to attack. After my bishop goes back, he takes an h6. It's definitely not what I should do, but I can just go away with my bishop. And what is the point of those knights? He should have exchanged it first. I guess h7 to avoid some tempo moves. h7 is the safest strat. And now the h4 pawn is still hanging. He's not afraid to lose it. Take it. I guess I can just take it. I understand that it's gonna weaken my king a little bit, but I don't see any way for him to punish it. Ah, okay, bishop c7, that is what I haven't seen. Queen to g4, but now I can play bishop b5. Yeah, bishop c7 was a good way. I missed somehow. This variation. Now it's not a big deal because you can just exchange. Still have to be a little bit careful with the spin here. Bishop f5, but it doesn't really give me anything. Yeah, it has some compensation because I have to play queen f6 now, covering everything. The best thing about this position is that this knight on c3 is not working at all. It's not useful. It's not doing anything. The only idea is to go to b5. I guess he should have played it immediately, because now I can just make sure that it's not going there anymore. Not sure about 97, because 95 would be attacking it, and I don't really want to exchange. I'm doubling his pawns. So yeah, c6 or maybe a6. Yeah, a6 to make sure that this knight is not going to b5. And, well, can exchange the queens with a queen f5 move. Queen d6 move. 5 is probably better. Didn't want to do it on this move because of this knight b5. Annoying idea, but maybe it wasn't that annoying. But I mean, to deal with this threat, he should defend the c2 pawns. That would require some time, and I thought, well, in this case it's not dangerous. Otherwise, I still have it as an opportunity because I have an extra pawn and he has slightly more active position, so changing the queens would be the best thing for me. It's normally a good strategy when you are dependent with an extra material. Changing stuff is the best thing that could happen to you. Okay, he played rook h5, now I can go to f5, but I still can go to g6. Because not only I'm exchanging the queens, but I also am gonna win a tempo. what I need. Not worry about taking with the pawn, probably a bad thing. The point is I'm attacking the pawn with my rook, but I could defend it, and afterwards I'm gonna have a very weak pawn on e6 as well as a very dumb bishop on h7. So, of course, I'm gonna take with the bishop. The drawback is that this knight is coming to e5, but maybe I can just play f6. Yeah, the e6 pawn would be a little bit weak once again, but I can deal with that. But the most important thing is this knight is not coming to e5, and I really like it. The bishop will probably come in f7 to defend the pawn, or maybe king to f7. Also possible. Okay, he's not attacking the pawn at all. And I have time for development. 5 is another threat. Maybe it is. Maybe he wants to take here. Just want to make sure he doesn't have any active chances. g5 is not a problem because of f takes g. I don't know it's a problem. I can also protect it with a rook. Or I can also play king f7, and after g5 I can play h5. Seems like everything is covered. Still, he creates some threats, which is a bit annoying. But I guess I can survive it. f5. 5 is not dangerous, I can just take it. No, I can take it. I don't see any problem. Okay, rook f5, knight f5, but it's just a check. I don't blunder anything, I just go back and don't see any problems. Knight will be hanging. Otherwise, yeah, okay, knight f5, just king b8. I'm threatening to take it. Probably do this all right. Go back. Yeah, okay, then maybe still he has some ideas along the e file, but I can just defend the knight and then bring my rook to e file. I guess he should have gone somewhere else with an idea to attack the g7 pawn, but also not a big deal. I mean, I also have rook f7 covering everything. I guess rook f7 is the best thing to do, because his active ideas are over, and afterwards it's just me converging the advantage. Finally, I get to finish my development. Goes back, and then still need one move to get the e file with king f8, for example, rook a8. Alternatively, I could have played rook a to d8 and then rook f to e8. But okay. Once again, notice that this knight on c3 still has no chance to take part in the game. That is why I don't really like this knight c3 in the first place before you push your pawn to c4. They play it on a high level, but yeah, you really need to know how to use it to be able to play it. Otherwise, I don't really recommend to play it. Now he's trying to activate it, but it's too late. Eventually will be completely winning. Now I guess it's time to go forward. I don't know, it's this pawn. Yeah. This one, d5, f4. Of course, I should still be a little bit careful not to give him any chances. For example, if I just play g5 and f4, he might have rook to h3 and this pawn will be vulnerable and don't see any way to defend it. But I'm not obliged to play f4 immediately. Could start with h4, for example. I mean h5. Then h4 maybe as well. Should just be a little bit careful not to allow his knight to be somewhere on f6, for example, or e6, but yeah, pretty sure it's not gonna happen. Otherwise, I just want to play f4. And free my bishop. Okay, f4 now. Is there something wrong with this move? 96, yeah, maybe it's still a little bit dangerous. g4. g4 is bad because of rook f4 and then my bishop is still stuck. So all I need to do is just to make sure that this knight is not getting through. Maybe even c5 would be a move, why not? Putting the knight back, and then finally I would be able, because once I play f4, game is pretty much over. Okay, he's making sure that I can play c5, that's pretty smart. Now, yeah, can still play rook h3, but just h4. Maybe even bishop f5 afterwards, because the rook's endgame is completely winning. Should be a little bit careful with the time. Speed up a little bit. Yeah, he's trying to block my pawns. That's a good thing to do. But I guess he's not gonna be successful with that. But still, well, he's doing a good job with his knight. Make sure that this rook is not gonna be active again. Ah, okay. It should have taken, I'm pretty sure. Because then he could have taken there, then rook h7, yeah, that was the best chance for him. I shouldn't have played h3 so fast. Bishop e6 first, rook h7, and then h3. Okay, so now I just put my rook here, h2, 4. Yeah, so you see, once again, it's never too late to lose a game. You should be careful not to blunder anything, even if it seems like there is no way to blunder. There is always a way to blunder. Be careful until the very end. Okay, I guess g4. Because we have the bishop and we need to activate it. Yeah, this knight is doing a very good job locating everything. Let's look h3. To be honest, I don't really want to take it. Then his rook getting activated. Okay, maybe I can play f3. Ah, should have waited until he played king g2. Okay, anyway, that would be fast here. That's not a big deal, because I still control all of the squares, and now I can just pick up the pawn. I guess he should have just stayed with his knight here. Ah, okay, but not a big deal. I have 2 extra pawns here, and the king is going forward. Taking another pawn. With my bishop, of course. Yeah, I have to be a little bit careful with the time. Should be enough. Yeah, the way I converted the advantage was not really precise, to be honest. Finally. Especially when, yeah, he could have taken there on h3 and go into the rooks endgame. It's probably still better for me, but very unnecessary complications. Okay, so we finally won the game. Let's take a look at the analysis. At the very beginning. d4, d5, knight c3, and like I said, here bishop f4 is normally the move. Bishop g5 is also possible. Switch on the engine. But yeah, I guess the whole idea of the knight c3 move is a little bit lost. Okay, here I blundered completely with the move b6. Could have just won the game with e4. How does it work? Why is it winning? And g4. Okay, now I get why you play this move h4 because you win the bishop. Wow, it's very nice. I was not aware of this idea at all. Come on. Yeah, that would have been a big surprise for me, very unpleasant surprise for me, and we win the game. So I should have started with knight b7 first. Defending the knight, then I'm ready to play h6 without ruining my pawn structure. But not e6. Okay, it's good to know. Very good to know. Yeah, he didn't use his chance, but I guess you should know this idea if you play h4, otherwise why would you play h4? Yeah, but it's incredible. And afterwards, I have managed to stabilize the situation. I guess this knight e4 is not that great, as I was talking during the game. Not a big deal, but yeah, knight d2 is a very weird move. I guess he just forgot to take the knight, take the bishop first. And now he could have taken here. That was my idea. Okay, bishop h6. Yeah, bishop c7 is not a move, but bishop h6 is a move. Yeah, felt that he should give away this bishop in some way. And now queen g4 and then f4. He's getting back the pawn. Still better for black. It was his best chance, probably. He played queen g4 immediately, and now bishop g5. And I guess I'm out of trouble. 6. Yeah, might have been a little bit too small, maybe queen g6 immediately, but yeah, still should be good enough. Rook h5, just wasting the time after queen g6 because, well, it's losing the tempo and I'm not allowing him to go to e5. It's very important to prevent your opponent's counterplay, because now both knights are pretty much useless, and that is what gives me the time to finish my development. 6 maybe, once again, not that necessary, but good enough. And f5, I didn't understand the point at all. I guess just giving up the pawn, another pawn instead. Could have tried rook h3, yeah. Rook h3, knight h4, rook h3, something like that. And then maybe f5. Use his hands, and afterwards pretty much obvious to fix the pawns, but I managed to create some chances, unnecessary chances for him. Just move h3. No, engine says it's still much more than enough. Yeah, somehow it felt like I'm giving a little bit, but yeah, I guess I just have still too many extra pawns. Even though the pawns are equal, this f3 pawn is just a monster. And it wasn't a big deal. Still, I would advise you, if it's not necessary, not to give such chances to your opponent, and just make sure that there is no counterplay. Play bishop d7 back, no chance for him to exchange the bishop, put the rook on h7, push it along the way, and then find a way. That's what happened in the game. But yeah, okay, pretty much see. So that was it. But yeah, this blunder in the very beginning was extremely surprising for me, and I'm glad that it happened actually, because now I know this idea and it's not gonna happen to me in the future. Hope you enjoyed this game. I hope it was instructive for you. Write in the comments if you have any questions or what do you think about this game, and of course don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.